Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I want to take you through the editing process of how I got the final results from my recent photo shoot with Vanusa during our BOHO fashion photography photo shoot. I was using the Nikon Z8 as well as the Nikon Z 50mm f1.2 primarily during that entire photo shoot. I was shooting wide open and I was using high-speed sync flash photography. Now, with all that said, let's get to it. Now, before we get started, I do want to let you know that I edited all of these photos all within Adobe Lightroom Classic. So I did not bring any of these photos into Photoshop at all or any other editing software. So from front to beginning, all I used was Adobe Lightroom Classic. So if you have any questions, concerns about my editing process, post your comments down below. So let's get to it. So here are the final results of the photos that I took with Vanusa. And as you can see right here, these are all these selections she chose for herself. So I didn't choose these photos. I always allow the model to choose their selections, and then I process them accordingly to how I see fit. So we have 1, and then we have 2, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So again, all these are shot wide open, high-speed sync, with the Nikon Z8 and the 50 f1.2 lens. I love that lens so much. Let me see if I can show you the before and after. Okay, whoops, let's get out of that. There we go. Here are the before and afters of the photos. So you can see right here, right out of the camera with the before. And then here's how I processed it. Obviously with the Nikon Z8, you have tons of dynamic range. I was able to retain the skin tone, etc. without a problem. Here's this one. The original of that one. And then image number 4. Some of them were pretty darn good right out of the can, but always needs a little bit of improvement. And I say, why not? That looks pretty good. And then here's the 6th one. And a lot of people may just like it the way it is right out of the camera. And if so, then that's up to you. Me, I like to enhance. And then here's the 7th one. Okay. Now, with that said, let's get to a couple of photos that I'm going to show you, that I'm going to edit to show you the process of how I edit these photos. So here's a couple I just chose real quick. Let's choose. This one's pretty nice. I actually like this photo. I like this one too. All right, let's edit this one here. Okay. So of course, I'm going to go to develop. Now I always start with one of these are my personal presets I've created myself. These are fashion photography presets. I used to offer these for sale. If you're ever interested, just let me know. I don't know why I don't sell them, but it is what it is. Okay. So I started with, I believe I started with this one. Yeah, I started with this one here. Grainy glam. And then what I did is, as what a lot of you should do when you use a preset, is that this is just a starting basis, right? And then I adjust accordingly. Like right now, I don't want tons of grain. So let me go ahead and fix all that. Take the grain off. Then has a lot of red, so I'm gonna actually, there we go. Oh, What the hell just happened? I think this is at 61. Just ever so slightly. There we go. And then we're gonna bring this one back down to planet Earth. There we go. Cool. So here's the before, here's the after already. So I just wanna like calm this S curve down a bit from the original. Cool. Here's the before, after, a little bit of vintage pop. And I can see like on our skin, I'm definitely wanna change a few things up there. I'm gonna go here. Let me see if I brighten up the light. Now let's keep that down. Let's keep that down. Let's go to the basic corrections. See what we need to do. Bump this up just a little hair. That's cool. Then, let's see. Choose the background, which hopefully chooses everything but her. Cool, looks like it did a fair job. At least it got everything that I wanted. Then I'm gonna go to, where is it? Dehaze a little bit. Cool. So you can see it a little bit, adds a little bit of, there we go. And even though it added a little bit of clarity and contrast to the background, it actually made her pop a little bit more. Before, after, before, after. And that's what I do. I always do the before and after. Now I'm gonna do, create a mask, select people, and then I'm going to choose her skin tone. I'm just gonna make that real quick because first I'm gonna, oh, whoops. Still trying to look for the people. It's only one person. Cool. Face, body, create, call the skin. Leave that there. I'm gonna go to her face, and what I'm gonna do is just look for any blemishes and take that out. There we go. So you can see there's a few. Right there. Right here. Because before I apply any skin smoothing, I always try to get rid of whatever obvious blemishes are, because your skin smoothing is only as good as the original texture of the skin when you apply it. Okay, so far so good. Not too much issues. Nothing too major. And the one thing you have to also realize is that from a distance, like when you look at this photo in its totality, you see these blemishes a lot less. But right now we're punching to 200%. So therefore it seems pretty obvious in major. Okay, let me punch out. Look at the legs. So far so good overall. Now, I'm gonna go back to my skin, and I always use light for the most part, depending on what's going on. Go to full, let me just see what it looks like. Already better. Now what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna create a mask. Shift M, create a radial mask. Right over her face, and I'm gonna just brighten it up a little bit. There we go. Now more or less matches her legs, the exposure on her legs. And then when you brighten it up, skin complexion, or increase the highlights, you tend to also hide some imperfections as well. So that's just like a little secret. It's kind of like dodging and burning in a sense. Cool. Before, after, before, and after. Nice. So this is already looking pretty sweet. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna bring the texture back up to 0. And so got it full screen. Nice, I like it. I like the composition. Pretty cool. Then, what else? Vibrance. Yeah, let's add a little bit of vibrance there. Cool. What I like about a vibrance is that it tends to increase the color pop of tones that are not generally related to skin tone. Saturation increases the intensity of the entire image color, or the colors of the entire image. So that's why you always want to do like a little at a time. Let me check my detail. I am going to add a little bit of vignette, say like 13 or so. There we go. That just brings the focus to her a little bit more. Then I'm going to do a mask on her. Then increase. There we go. Let me see. Nice. Cool. Before. After. So this is right out of camera. Boom. A little bit more. Now I'm going to actually increase the total exposure a bit. There we go. You know what? Let me bring it back down. Let me use a tone curve for that, actually. Right there. Just ever so slightly. There we go. Cool. Now let me go to this mask of her entire body. Let's say subject, call that. And then I'm actually gonna decrease the highlights a little bit. Cool. Just because I thought the legs were a little bit more exposed than I'd like. Before. After. Before, after, cool. I'm really digging this. Let's check it out full. So you can see that a few things that I always do. One is punch in, punch out. And then also before and after a few edits, just to see how much I've done, whether I went too far or not far enough. So far, I really like this photo, tell you the truth. I'd be glad to post it as is. Whoops, let me take that off. Let's just go in and make sure everything else is, there's nothing I missed. Details, that's where the devil is, in the details. But there's nothing really distracting. She looks pretty good. So this photo is pretty solid. This photo came out really, really nice. The last thing I'm gonna do with this photo is create a radial filter by her legs, because I just want her legs to be affected for this one for the most part. I'm just gonna do this. There we go. I could have painted it. Actually, let's go ahead and create a brush. What am I doing? Cool. Now I'm going to decrease highlights on the legs. I'll just put this as legs. Much better. Much better. And there we have it. Oh, wait, actually, let's do this. Cool. All right. Awesome. And there we have it, folks. That is the photo that I just obviously, and that's it right there in a nutshell. A quick. All right, now here's the photo. I think it's great. It looks great from here. Now let's take a look at it with the before and after next to each other. Cool. So you can see clearly there has been a significant difference in the two. And right out of camera, some people may have liked it, but to me, it had too much contrast, too much blacks in the shadow. And here in the after, this really added a little vintage pizzazz, I guess, to it, a little pop, especially with this outfit. And since we're going with more of a boho, bohemian kind of a style, I felt that this editing suits it and only emphasize, only enhances the aesthetic of the portrait. All right, everybody. So that was just a quick review of how I went through the process of editing the photos that I took with Vanusa. Now, just to let you know, I will be hosting all those high-res images of the photos that I edited and delivered to Vanusa on my website. You go ahead, check the link down below in the description section for you to see those photos for yourself. Again, I also have my live stream of this photo shoot. If you want to see how we did it, it was about an hour and a half long live stream. Of course, that link is down below as well for you to check out. That's on my channel. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, yes, definitely let me know. I would love to answer any of your questions, because to me, I think half of the photography is post-processing. From day one, I really made sure that I made a strong effort in learning and understanding how to post-process my photos, because I want to make sure that I am able to have full autonomous or full control over my photos. So from front to back, I did everything that you hopefully enjoy and see. If you enjoyed this video and you would like to see more, don't forget to press that like, that share, that subscribe, and you already know, hit that bell icon to get notifications for upcoming content. I'm Robert Silver, and until next time, keep shooting and stay creative.